Join us as a raider of the North Sea. We're going to take on the challenges provided by the campaign here on Legendary Tactics. So the first campaign is called Journey to the Harbour, and this one's a fairly easy one, but I'm just going to walk you through how to beat it. This game's a lot of fun, and this is a great way to learn the game if you're new. Very simply, this is a game where we're building our crew and we're just raiding the neighboring harbors. We're not worried about monasteries or outposts or anything like that. The harbors are worth 3 victory points each, and that's all that we can raid in this scenario. And as soon as we're down to 1 harbor space remaining, then it's the end of the game, or at least that we go into the last round. So in this one, I find that you're looking for efficiencies. You don't need to worry about the combat strength of your units particularly, because if you look here, there's no defensive fortifications at all. It's just you need the required crew. So you can get away with a pretty low strength here. Now I've drawn some pretty expensive guys here, so I'm going to go to the silversmith first here just to get some silver, and we've got some means of stealing provisions, but I need a bit more of a draw here. I need a few more options. So we've got these guys. Wow, these are expensive, a lot of them. Okay, this is all right. So this gives us help with offerings. All right, but still, we haven't really got a ton of silver, so I'm gonna have to just stock up and buy these guys here. Provisions are also a bit of an issue. And I like these guys, the warmongers, because you gain a victory point when you raid a harbor, so that automatically helps out with our with our situation in a big way. So basically in this one, you just need to really worry about the crew. Like, you don't need to worry about the armory or the treasury. I mean, yeah, of course, if you need some gold to cash in at the longhouse, sure. But basically you're just gaining as many provisions as you can. And also looking to hire as many people as you can, just in case there are some Valkyries and you do end up having to actually we'll pick him again because I want 2 victory points, just in case there are Valkyries and you do have to discard some of your crew to Valhalla. So I find this one is really good if you can get some momentum going with the provisions and everything. It's really, really good. Once again, just checking their crew requirements. 2 and 2 will allow us to raid here. And I'm also looking for spots where there are no Valkyries, obviously. So, yeah, I can see here. It'd be great to get a silver totem as well here. Let's see. Well, I guess we'll just, at this point, we'll just do a pretty obvious move here. Take some silver. We're going to get our crew up. But really, I mean, aside from replacing the lost crewmates, there's the opportunity to just start raiding and raiding and raiding. I've had some fun with this where you get a nice momentum going and you can just raid multiple times because you're getting provisions and all this good stuff. So it's a really good setup. Now I don't want to lose these guys if I can. All of these ones I can raid here, but it's going to cost me. So I'm going to take just one more turn. I'm going to hire someone else here, someone a little more expendable. Her perhaps. All right, and I'm just gonna get. I need some pretty inexpensive. There we go. And actually, there's a third. Oh, that might be useful to get three victory points when we attack there. So Yeah, so he, the AI opponent, has made it to the first raid of the game, but I have a feeling that we're going to be in good shape going forward. I'm not too worried about that. But we could use some more provisions, and we could hire this grave digger dude, and we may have to kill him in the raid, but that's fine. So we've got 3 provisions and 3 crew, so there's some good opportunities to start raiding right now. In the this set of harbors here, we can maybe get a couple in a row here because we only need the 1 provision. And so I'm a big fan of you know, trying to get all the spaces without Valkyries, and it just seems that the spaces with Valkyries don't offer that much more value, and I'd much rather obviously have the opportunity to you know, to keep my crew around for as long as possible, because it takes time and effort to restore your crew. It's not easy. So if we can get a bunch of raids in there and get some stuff, which we can then trade in. I think is there a Valkyrie just tucked behind? I couldn't really see, but I'm fine with it because I have my Gravedigger. And so couldn't see if there was one. No, there wasn't. I couldn't tell. So yeah, so the AI is luckily the AI seems to spin its wheels in this scenario. It's not a particularly tough one. The other challenges are actually pretty good. Especially, again, if you're new to the game, it's a pretty decent challenge. So we can actually raid there as well, but there's 2 Valkyries. So I'm gonna just get 2 provisions here. It's gonna set up my next raid. And what do I need to do here? I suppose I could cash in. Actually, maybe I'll just cash in, get some more provisions for my raids here. And I find that, you know, once you get to the you know, you're down to just 1 space or something like that. Sorry, a couple of harbors left. Then I just start cashing in my my goods for victory points, and that's I found works pretty well in this. So it's you know, I'm doing okay here, but I'm gonna just hit this one while I still can, get that one, and we're down to 4 harbors left. So not a lot of time left in the game. Obviously, any gold is good, and the cattle is good as well. I'm keeping an eye on the victory points options there, and there's a good option at the Longhouse. I like that 5-point option there. Okay, so now we are at a stage where we can actually afford to lose. We're gonna get some gold here. There's a Valkyrie there, but that's okay. We've got we're gonna get at least a silver out of it from the Gravedigger, and score another 3, and that's perfect. So we'll get there. Oh, I don't know why. Oh, maybe because he wasn't killed in the raid. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He was a very cheap and easy guy to get rid of. So that's awesome. Okay, so now we're out of provisions, but we are doing pretty darn well here. So there's 3 harbors left, and I'm looking at. Well, you know what? I'm gonna scoop up those 5 victory points while I can. And really, I'm curious to know what if you've played this before. What's your high score? I know I'm gonna do. I think my high score the last time I played, I think I got my high score. I'd have to double check what it was, but I think it was around 40 or so, and I think that's about as good as you're gonna do in this game here. So we're going to look and see. We need cattle and gold will give us some, and silver will give us some. Not a lot. I really don't like those options in the longhouse. They're not that interesting to me, but I guess we can go for the one with the least amount of Valkyries. That probably makes sense. And so we're going to have to lose at least one crew member here, but that's okay. We've got lots of cattle, so that is fine. So yeah, I wish the longhouse had better high point kind of options, but that's fine. And the AI is well behind. At this point, I'm just going for a high score. So as you can see, get your crew going, get some provisions, and then just raid as quickly as you can. Try and force the end of the game as quickly as you can, and you'll be in good shape as far as that goes. Now I'm going to go to the silversmith here. I'm going to cash in a gold and a cattle, and that reveals there. That's a much better option. I like that one. Unfortunately, I cannot take it quite yet. So we will just end up, see if there's any good abilities. Oh, you know what? I need to maybe hire those guys to get the victory points at the game's end. So I'm going to, yeah, I'll just take some couple silver. That's all I need, and that should be fine. And yeah, as I said, the game, this challenge is not so tough. I think even beginners will find it fairly easy, but it is good to learn, and good to learn the mechanics of how you want things to go. Okay, so I don't have enough gold actually to hire those guys. So I'm gonna go. I really like that 6-point option in the longhouse there. Cannot ignore that one. And there's another good one, but they all need rocks though. Okay, so at this point, again, I guess I'll just take some silver, and I'm going to line up hiring at least one of these champions by game's end here. I think, and I'm already at 40 victory points, so I think this will be, if not my best game ever, then one of the best. So do I really want to, well, let's see. I do need one. I either need provisions or a crewmate anyway, so I'm going to go to the barracks. I'm going to hire this guy, and I can't get any provisions. Oh, actually, I can trade in a couple cattle to get those provisions there. And that's a very handy thing if you're a beginner. The longhouse trading cattle for provisions is, I think that's just such a great option, such a great trade, because sometimes you know, you just don't have the you have all these cattle built up. There's not a lot of opportunity to use them otherwise, so trade them in, set up future raids so you can get the gold or stone you need to cash in on other bonuses at the longhouse. So okay, so I think we're probably at this point, we're just gonna finish it off here. I'm gonna just raid here, and that's going to be going to cost us a couple crewmates, but this will be basically the end of the game here. And so going to kill off these two guys, and this is going to be a very strong win. But again, I hope you know, if you're new to this game and you're watching this, you get a good sense of some strategies that are kind of popping out. This game is nice in the sense that there's very few moves that are really going to hurt you in this game. Like, yes, there are moves that are less efficient than others, but you're never going to be unless you you know, are not building a good crew or powerful crew or whatever, and you need to attack some outposts or monasteries or something. Like, there's ways to, you know, not play well, but it's everything you do can be of some help, and I think that's you know, a nice thing. It's a nice game that way, and a lot of Euros are like that in general, where you have the option of, you know, you basically can score points no matter what you do. It's just who builds the most efficient engine. Generally, is the one that is the one who wins the game. So I'm just going to take some silvers. Nothing really compelling for me to do at this point. And so we have a glorious victory. And let's take a look at the scoreboard. 58 to 23. And there's a breakdown of my points and a breakdown of my opponent's points. So this challenge is not a big deal. It should be easy for most beginners to play. I won't say that about the other challenges, though, which I will cover in another video. Hope you enjoyed this, though, and got some value out of it, maybe some strategies. If you did, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe down below, as it helps our channel. Thanks again for watching. I'm NATO, and this is Legendary Tactics.